Welcome to the Alliance of Nerds, the podcast where we talk about everything and anything nerd related. My name is Michael, your connoisseur of all things Star Trek and Magic the Gathering related.
I'm Cameron. I am the resident dungeon master and Star Wars expert.
I'm Nick. I'm your Marvel master and superhero fan.
And I'm Joe. I like video games and horror movies. And,
So, Fortnite.
Fortnite indeed.
We just had the Fortnite World Cup, as I've been seeing a lot on the interwebs. And it looks like we have...
There's two?
Yeah, there's multiple
several
interwebs. Which, yeah. But anyways, looks like a 16-year-old won the entire thing for solo, winning $3 million.
As you do.
A $30 million prize pool, as Cam discovered, split between the singles.
Yeah, $15 million for singles, $15 million for duos.
And so, as I was reading this, I was like, wait, I thought Fortnite was dead. This is still a game. And I think I really just have that perspective because I didn't play Fortnite. I stopped playing Fortnite, so therefore it must just not be popular anymore because I don't play it.
Perspective.
So I was just wondering, what do you guys think? I kind of thought Fortnite was going to be a phase, and it seems to be lasting. Still number one on Twitch as of today, and a lot of people still playing it.
Well, that phase is still playing, so...
I just think people hoped it was going to be a phase because they didn't like the game, but unfortunately, because of its methods of it being free, first of all, and it being relatively easy to pick up and play.
And relatively blood-free.
Right.
Available for children.
Sure. I think that, pushes it to the top and makes it popular.
I think the advertising to children is huge.
Sure, yeah.
The amount of Fortnite...
merchandise?
Merchandise. I see. I mean, my own cousin has, Fortnite t-shirt and hat, and I'm just like... What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I see kids wearing Fortnite merchandise at work all the time.
Yeah, I saw a commercial for Fortnite Nerf guns, which, by the way, pretty much just normal Nerf guns.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen those.
I mean, with the Battle Royale trend that's been going on for the past couple of years.
Royale.
Battle Royale.
No, Battle Royale.
Royale.
All right.
All right.
We can fight to the death later.
No,
like that scene in Pulp Fiction.
That's the film. Battle Royale. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Move past that. But yeah, I think it's really the only popular... No, Apex is still doing pretty good.
Is Apex still doing
good?
I haven't
heard
anything.
Just released their season 2. I don't play it, so...
I haven't
a lot
heard
of my
anything
roommates
about
played Apex. They loved it. I didn't play it. I did watch them play it for a while.
I got it, but I never played it.
I played it a little bit. So
I got it too, just because it was free.
School wanted me to. And it was pretty cool, but I had already played so much Fortnite and tried out so many other Battle Royale games that...
And we played a lot of Blackout together.
Yeah, Blackout.
H1Z1.
But H1Z1.
And we played a little spicy with H1Z1.
That was more for the meme.
But, yeah, so by the time I picked up Apex Legends...
Epic Legends.
I just kind of had enough of it. Like what?
Ledger Domain.
Heath Ledger.
Joker.
Crack cocaine.
Okay.
Speaking of Fortnite and other battle royales, what kind of trends do you guys think have been going through games? Because we had this battle royale trend where there was just everyone spitting out their battle royales. What do you think is going to be the next one?
I mean, that is extremely hard to predict.
It is.
Because it's always something Horde modes were huge for years.
There was a big Horde mode boon back way early. There was just shooters all over the place.
Yeah, just
right out of after Arcade when they came out with Doom and Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
shooters were everywhere. And then MOBAs blew up a few years ago.
Yep.
I think what Fortnite really... I guess you could say this for a lot of video games. That's the purpose of video games. But what Fortnite really hit was that you can play with a group of your friends, and it's kind of silly to look at, and it's just you can mess around, and it's just you don't have to be... so obviously you can take it competitively if you want, but there's not a direct... there wasn't a ranking system for a long time and stuff, and so it was just
See, I think I agree with you there, because more people play League of Legends than Dota 2, right? Have you played Dota 2? Dota 2 is a lot darker and actually interesting to look at, as opposed to like the bright, vibrant colors of League of Legends with
Here's
flashy
the storm,
skins.
woo.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Heroes of the
Fair
Storm
enough.
is
Too
also.
late.
It's also a video game.
It is also a video game.
Rest in peace.
So the route that League of Legends has gone down now is this new Teamfight Tactics
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh,
game, which is an auto chess variant.
Which
right?
Dota made. I know they.
Did they have a version?
Well, yeah, they had. It was just called Auto Chess or something.
I think so, but there are other games like it. That could be a possibility for.
It might be a new
style
coming
of video
thing.
game, that could get very popular. Because Teamfight Tactics has become quite popular, at least in the League community. I know they've developing a ranked format for that.
I see that as a phase. I also saw Fortnite as a phase.
Right.
So,
There was a big survival game like stretch of time where that made a whole slew of survival games.
That's true. As far as the auto chess games, I don't see a ton of room for expanding it too much. Like there's a small chessboard and you can only.
I don't see a whole
moves.
lot of people enjoying auto chess either. Like out of our sample,
I mean, we tried it.
out of our sample group of like 8 friends, like half of us like it and half of us completely hate it.
Right. We quite literally played one game and we're like, okay, can we not?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is popular and it's like 4 or 5 on Twitch right now. Teamfight Tactics.
Twitch.
Really?
To be fair, Twitch is not like
Twitch is
the metric to view if a game is dead or not. But it does show popularity for sure.
Yeah.
Because Overwatch is not great on Twitch right now, but it's hitting the
Still
stride
pretty
again.
popular.
It's pretty popular. They're reworking their competitive mode. So
Oh, there.
yeah, so on
I like the sound of
the
that.
See,
On
we should
the-
play Overwatch.
We
you
should
know?
play Overwatch.
on the PTR right now, it's like I think League. I haven't played League, but it's you can queue as a
Oh, you queue as your role,
you
right?
queue as DPS, tank, or healing, and there can only be 2 per. So 2
So
DPS, 2 tank, 2 healing.
the teams
per
will be
team.
more
So they're
balanced.
completely more
I
balanced
love
now.
that. You can't just fool your team into like picking a tank and then switching
And then
to,
switch to
like,
DPS.
Widowmaker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Switch to offense Widowmaker
so it
halfway
should-
through the game.
Exactly.
I haven't played it on the PTR yet, but I've heard that it's a lot better to make competitive more interesting than it has been like the past couple seasons.
PTR stands for
Public Test Realm.
Realm.
Or
Because see, I've heard a lot of PTB before, which is Public Test Build,
Yeah.
but I've never heard PTR.
Public Test Realm is either World of Warcraft's or Overwatch's. I think I think Overwatch might be Public Test Region or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah,
For people who didn't know.
Oh.
Now you know.
there you go. Fact of the
Maybe.
day.
You might know. Depends how you soak information.
I got a note. So, in the last episode, I was talking a lot about Star Trek Picard,
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
and I made a comment that was just completely
Wrong?
wrong. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
As I watched over it again, I was
just
like,
giving us
"Oh,
false
this
information."
is obviously not what I thought." And so I was talking a lot about Section 31, about this like secret human
Secret.
Oh, yeah, the
which
secret
does
thing.
exist, but as I was watching a YouTube video where he was talking about the fact that a lot of people think this is Section 31, and if you just watch the trailer, it's very clearly not Section 31.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, and I was like, what's this about? And then I watched his stuff, and then I went back and watched the trailer again, and I was like, yep. And so that people were kind of like bobbling between the fact that it could be Romulan ships that just don't look super similar, or it could be Section 31. But there's just a lot of Romulan stuff in the trailer, which would suggest that it's probably just Romulans, because you can see that there's people inside of like a Romulan work camp or prison or something, and there's Romulan symbols, there's Romulans. And then there's, I think it's Romulans Romulans have like a Borg at some point or something, or Borg technology, which means the ship scanning the broken Borg cube, which is probably the Romulans. So the theory is now that Romulans are trying to obtain this Borg technology from the broken Borg cube and are trying to use it in some way in like military aspect.
Or they want you to think it's the Romulans and it is Section 31. Or Sector 31.
Sounded that.
Or it's a completely new race.
Ooh.
Could be. It's new races in Star Trek.
Ridiculous.
Oh.
They never introduced new races.
One thing that this person pointed out, which I thought was actually pretty funny, was that in the Romulan work camp prison, whatever it is, you can see very faintly in the very back of the crowd an Andorian.
Mm-hmm.
And Andorian is a species that was only in Star Trek Enterprise, but played a huge role in Star Trek Enterprise.
Okay.
It's like a big ally of the humans, and then it's just like not in anything else.
Sure.
And there's one
Because Enterprise
Andorian.
is a prequel.
Yeah, prequel. Yeah. It's in the 22nd century. It's the first like warp capable,
Sure, yeah.
first exploration ship.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was wrong, but
Well,
maybe.
Right. I mean, you can never be sure until it's released, because sometimes trailers are made a certain way to make you think a certain way, and sometimes they're just filled with lies.
Yep.
Like the Infinity War trailer comes to mind, where it shows Hulk running at the Battle of Wakanda, and Hulk is immediately taken out of the film.
Yes. Hulk had not appeared in the film after the first 5 minutes
Yep.
of the film.
yeah, you're right.
It's just
Purposefully misleading.
It's just Bruce
quite
in a Hulkbuster
literally
suit.
spending
And
money
I-
on CGI.
and it looks horrible. Like his head and that giant suit, it looks so bad.
They did what they could.
Yeah.
I kind of liked the route that they were going with that. I liked the Professor Hulk in Endgame, but they could have had a better flow from Bruce Banner, Hulk, and Ragnarok into Endgame.
I don't know.
There
was a really, really large time skip, so there was a lot of time for that to happen.
There is a deleted scene that shows
Right, and
more
I
about
have
that.
not seen the deleted
Oh.
scene. I've read about it.
There's also a deleted scene where, like, right after Iron Man dies, like the whole
Gamora walks away.
Well, Gamora walks away, and they all like take a knee, and it's
Yeah.
super awkward.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
glad they took.
I'm
Which
glad
I'm
they
glad they
removed
took
that.
that. Yeah, it was super weird. Like Hawkeye took a knee, and then everyone was like, "Oh, should we? I guess we should also take a
Just
knee."
like in basketball. You know?
Yeah,
One
right,
person
exactly.
takes it.
Player
Oh,
goes down.
Oh, someone's hurt. Oh, should I? Oh, he's
Really,
already up
that kid
now.
got hurt again. We have to take it again.
Oh my god, a third time? My knees are starting to hurt.
Do you have time to shoot? No. Oh no, his bones come out of his leg.
Oh no, oh, that's a really brutal basketball accident. What was he doing?
Every game, dude.
They're playing with a medicine ball.
Mike's playing street ball. So plot twists in Marvel movies. Cam sent us a picture the other day of what was Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Loki all together.
Right.
The three, obviously, most commonly and popular magic users, or three of the most commonly popular magic users in the Marvel universe. We already know that Scarlet Witch is going to be in Doctor Strange.
Correct.
How likely do you think it is that Loki will make a surprise cameo in Doctor
I mean,
Strange?
it is called Multiverse of Madness,
Right.
and we know Loki is alive with the Tesseract, which will be the Loki series.
Mhm.
I would not be surprised if the end of the Loki series is like it being tied into Doctor Strange. I wouldn't like it would make sense to me, especially because it's a multiverse. So if they literally travel through the multiverse of Marvel, I don't see why
Of
they could.
madness.
Right. I don't see why not they could be like, oh hey, Loki, he's alive in this universe.
He's still here.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and Loki have met once in the
Yep,
MCU
yep.
during Thor Ragnarok.
Mhm.
Loki attempted to attack Doctor Strange, and that went horribly.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I do remember
He
that.
got
yeah.
teleported away, and like, actually, he was teleported into like an
He was
abyss.
he was falling
for like 20 minutes. 30 minutes was
yeah.
the quote.
Yeah.
So, I think it's safe to say we know who would win that fight, but I would certainly like to see those characters side by side.
I mean, I'd always love to see more of Loki. He's
Yes.
easily one of the most interesting characters, and I mean, comic book wise, he is super weird.
Comic book wise, he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. at one
Right. He also becomes a woman because he can do that.
I don't know about comic book wise, but lore wise, in Norse mythology,
Oh,
Loki
yeah.
can turn into a horse.
Yep.
And he has turned into a horse and mated with horses before.
That's true. Made Odin's like 8-legged horse
Yeah.
that he rides. Yep.
Because Norse mythology is interesting and weird.
Yeah. Well, Loki is also the father of Hel in that
Yes.
incarnation, but in Marvel stuff, Hela is their sibling.
sister.
Yeah,
In Marvel stuff, Fenris Wolf is
Yeah,
just Hela's wolf.
right.
But
in
I don't know how Norse mythology goes, but
It's
comic
Loki.
book wise, it's Loki's son.
yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is in mythology. Fenris is Loki's son.
Yep.
Loki does a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, Loki. I mean, mischief.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
He fucks whatever. He's like the Norse Zeus. Where, you know,
Yeah,
where-
that's
where-
fair.
where he just
Except
goes-
he's less of like a supreme asshole. and
Yeah,
more of just like he's more of just an asshole and not a supreme asshole above everybody.
Yeah, he still gets dicked around by the more powerful gods.
So, new phone coming out in
Oh, yeah.
September. Yeah, September. And it's the Asus ROG Republic of Gamers phone 2.
yeah.
And looks pretty sweet. I'm not really into like getting the next phone all the time. I have a iPhone 7 currently. Like iPhone X comes out, don't care, not gonna buy it. Like I already, I mean it's out. But like when new phones come out, I don't feel obligated to buy them typically. This phone, it's looking pretty sweet. It's supposed to be a gaming phone. It's got 12 gigabytes of RAM, which is
Like a mobile gaming phone?
yeah.
12 gigabytes of RAM is nearly as much as my PC.
Right. And probably more than most people's laptops. It's got 600 mega amp hours. Is that proper battery?
Sure.
The thing, it's got some heft to it. It weighs 240 grams.
Is that the meme that I saw about like the phone that could last for a week?
Maybe.
But it was like, I don't know, just a picture of like, imagine laying in your bed at night, like watching something on your phone and then dropping that on your face. Like, has anyone here done that?
Yes.
Oh,
Because I have dropped my
Yeah,
phone
I've
on
done
my
that.
face lying
And
in
it
bed.
hurts,
Oh, yeah,
even though
it
it doesn't weigh a lot.
Right.
This will probably give you a mild concussion.
Okay.
So, like an iPhone X is 174 grams. This is 240 grams.
Oh,
So,
okay. I mean, iPhones are pretty slim, but still, that's
I mean, it's
that's
slim,
got some
but
heft
it's-
to it.
It's not like fat, like surprisingly. but-
How like what's the dimensions? Did you mention?
I'm not positive. It's
Okay.
big.
Okay.
It's real big.
What is it called?
The Asus ROG Phone 2. It's got Android 9.0. It's got like the no button screen like the other modern phones. It's just,
I'm not a fan of no button screens personally.
well, that's what it's got. But
I know.
I think it's justified in the case of a gaming phone because they're trying to give you the most that you
The
can
most
see
screen
for
space.
your game. And it's got a crazy amount of accessories that come with the phone. Or it does not come with the phone. You can buy it from Asus. And one of them being, it's got a twin view dock, which is like, it's basically a fold out.
I'm looking at this now.
It's one half of it is a screen, and then the other half you put your phone into it, and then it extends your screen, so the screen is twice as big. You can get controllers, so it kind of works like a Nintendo
like a
Switch.
DS.
Oh,
Like a-
yeah.
like a
I think they
DS.
showed this off at E3.
Probably, yeah.
That thing looks like a fucking Switch.
Yeah, so those are controllers that you can get. It goes into a little case, and you can slide controllers on the side like you would Nintendo Switch. It has a desktop mount, it's called, I think, or something. You place it onto like a charging pad, and it's basically just a box, but it has like HDMI, display port, USB cables and stuff, and so you can plug it into monitors to play through that.
Turn your phone into a computer.
Pretty much. So it's like, it's very powerful. So like you kind of could just replace your computer with it. But
Does it have a memory or listed? Like,
It
how
has
much?
no memory.
I mean, like
It has no
hard
sentience.
drive space. essentially.
I didn't write that down. Look
Okay.
that up. But I think it's big. It's supposedly a lot.
Like,
But even so, you could get an external hard drive. If it's got USB ports, you could get an external hard drive and run things through that.
if you're gaming on your phone, I don't think you want to carry around an external hard drive.
No, but if you're using it as a computer.
Yeah. Again, but how much is this thing gonna cost?
It's 512 gigabytes. It's like
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh no, that's the original one because that's only 8 gigabytes of RAM.
So it might
So
have
it might have
more.
more.
So
So,
it might have
potentially
more.
Okay.
It's got
7 terabytes.
so the phone itself, when you're using it for just regular use, it'd be probably like nice and quiet. I don't know if it has like a vent on the back of it, kind of a fan. They make it look nice.
Okay.
Like it doesn't look weird to have it on there. But
Can you see if they have price?
it does. There is an accessory that I'm not. This one may come with the phone that you can like attach a fan to that, and that fits like all the accessories kind of like fit together.
Yeah, okay.
So you can use like multiple of them. At
Oh,
the same
so
time.
you can build a desktop.
Literally, you can literally like build a desktop out of this thing.
Can build a desktop Switch DS.
Yeah.
Right, and
This can't be right. $35,000.
No, that's
it was $799. I think was like MSRP.
that's pretty good.
That's pretty cheap for a
Could
strong
be
phone.
$899.
I mean, that's less than a new iPhone.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what
Just
currency
looking at
that
the.
is, but
It's not USD.
What is RS?
Might be.
Is it rubles?
No, rubles is RU, so I have no idea what that is.
RS? It's Indian currency.
No, rubles is Russian. You're thinking of rupees.
Rupees.
No, it's pronounced rubies, first of all.
No, that's Zelda currency.
Yeah, it says it will cost less than $900.
yeah,
Okay.
it's probably $899. But
Well,
$34.99 yuan.
of course. You $34.99 yuan T. You need that many snake men just to purchase that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot of snake man.
it's 128 gigabytes of internal memory.
Oh
Still,
Okay. It's not
Pretty
as
big.
big as expected.
no, but that's still pretty decent.
yeah. But it's a
memory to it. I
It
think
is
that's
like
about
it's
the
not
same.
like you can be downloading like Fallout on this thing. Either, I mean, it's for mobile gaming, so which I think is at the moment probably its biggest downfall is that there just isn't like competitive mobile gaming other than like Clash Royale or something. It's like
You're gonna be playing some hardcore Clash of Clans
Yeah,
on like a
exactly.
big screen.
I mean, you can play Fortnite on it, but
sure, I guess you can.
but
Yeah.
I think
Zombies.
if this become like
I think you can play Dead by
it's
Daylight
pretty
on
cool just
mobile.
to have anyways. The phone looks amazing, and if you just have this powerful phone, like my phone's better than all your phone, but it's I
We
think
got a phone measuring contest.
it opens up a market for people to be able to build better games on iPhone or not iPhone, but on phones in general.
Well, I mean, this is just one. Do you think people are going to really spend their time on
Someone
that?
might.
I mean, sure, but I don't know if it might be like the pioneer in this, and
Right.
we could see
Eventually, yeah.
phones like
Yeah.
all phone companies putting this much work into it. They won't
Yeah.
because Apple will just release the same garbage every year.
Yeah, I don't think the traditional phone companies will try to compete with that.
Sure.
I think they'll continue to promote their own thing. I don't know if other maybe like gaming companies, like I'm struggling.
Alienware.
Potentially Alienware. I was thinking,
Just
Yeah,
like Microsoft or Sony or
I mean,
something like that.
Alienware is just a Dell product.
yeah. So yeah, actually, Alienware is a good example of like people who might try to make if they already make other gaming.
If this
things,
phone
they'll
is
make a gaming
successful,
phone.
they might
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, that's
come
fair.
out with their own
Do you
version.
think this phone can drive
a car?
the mobile? Eventually, I could see this phone driving a car. But do you think this
There are
phone
racing
will
games.
drive the mobile gaming industry, or will the mobile gaming industry drive this type of phone?
So I mean, it could the mobile gaming is if the mobile gaming industry I feel like doesn't change, then that will probably just be the downfall of this phone.
I agree.
But I
mean,
think it's trying to push.
Mobile games are just simple like stuff like Angry Birds is super old, but it's still pretty big. Like what's super big right now? I have no idea.
I don't follow.
I really
phone
don't
games.
know. I've played Clash Royale for many years
Right,
because I don't
sure.
play
I know-
mobile games as like
I know-
the competitive
check the
video
App Store,
game.
yeah.
That
I know
like
that
to play.
Ketchup drops like a new game every other week.
What?
Ketchup. You know the guys that made
Crossy Road.
Balls and Crossy Road. And,
Oh, I know Crossy
all those
Road, yeah.
crossy variants.
yeah, anything that's like really simple with like a stick figure.
Sure,
Usually
sure,
they've
sure,
made
sure.
all those kinds of
Okay.
games. They made the block one where you like you go up tiers.
Pokemon Go is the first mobile game. That
Oh yeah, that's still pretty big, honestly.
That would be a good Pokemon Go phone.
Yeah.
I mean, Minecraft's making a comeback.
Checking
Yeah,
the
but-
top charts, Mr. Bullet Spy Puzzles,
Ooh,
Ooh.
number one.
So,
Oh, I actually saw an advertisement for this, so this looked kind of interesting. It's just a puzzle game. Like, you just have to shoot someone in, like, a closed-off space, right? So you have to angle the bullets, and the
Oh,
bullets
I've
bounce,
seen
but they
that.
can bounce
Oh,
back and
yeah.
hit you.
So
you
it's
not only,
ricochet kills.
Yeah, so you not only have to kill the person, but you also have to do it in a way such that the bullet doesn't bounce back and kill you.
So, I don't know if you know
Just
this,
a puzzle.
but that was like a game on like Addicting Games.
Yeah, I
It's just
definitely
called Ricochet
remember that.
Kills. It's just a what is it, like a JavaScript game? It's just
Probably.
really
Yeah.
basic.
Flash game or something
Yeah,
like that.
Flash game. Yeah.
So this phone is clearly like way more than capable of playing everything.
Playing
in the
those,
entirety
yeah.
of
I mean, there have been ports for
Subway Surfers is still number 30.
Wow.
there have been ports for like games like Fortnite or older games like GTA San Andreas. Is just you can just get that on your phone now, and it runs decently. So we could see more modern games getting ports like that with the technology for that.
I know there's a Dead by Daylight clone. Dead by Daylight is a 4v1 survival horror game where one person plays like a killer, they call, and the other 4 play survivors, and obviously the killer has to try and kill the survivors. So there was one called Identity 5 that got released like last year that was basically the same game, but it ran really smooth on just a basic phone. So if they were to like make another version that was like higher def, faster frame rate for this phone and just like re-release it, they could make some free money off of that kind of thing.
Sure.
The one thing that I keep coming back to is Fortnite and like PUBG Mobile is the best examples I can think of because they're, like you said,
Yeah, they're
getting
modern
imported or
that
whatever.
people are playing.
But it's having this phone, but like, and the controllers and stuff, it might give you like a pretty big strategic advantage over people that are on iPhones. You know,
Just
so like
playing
you
on
could like
phone.
very easily just become a much better player.
Well,
than
it's
people.
like the argument of keyboard versus just
Controller.
a controller.
Right, yeah.
You get if you plug a controller into a PC, you'll get destroyed against people with keyboards. So I assume it'll be the same thing. Plus, I don't think, as far as I recall, maybe not Fortnite, but PUBG Mobile does not run very well itself. So you just have the better like frame rate
right.
edge.
And a lot of these, like, I'm assuming all these games that are probably draining on like a normal phone, that probably just kill your
for battery?
very
Nuke your
fast.
battery.
Whereas, I mean, you can leave it in the charger, and obviously you do the same thing on this, but it's probably much more capable of running these without just destroying itself. You
I
know,
don't know about you, but I can only run Pokemon Go for like half an hour before my phone dies.
I don't have Pokemon Go, so I don't know.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, how old is your phone?
I mean, it's an iPhone 6.
Yeah, so
it's,
that's
it's pretty old, but
that's
Pokemon Go shreds your battery pretty hard.
Oh, yeah, well, because it's a AR game.
Yeah.
So do you have?
I
AR
turned off the AR.
Okay, so even still, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a lot going on the screen. The phone can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
This one might.
What gen are they? Did they release Gen 3 stuff? That's like
in Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
I haven't kept up
Oh, okay. All right.
because, shreds my battery.
Yeah.
Don't play it that
No,
much.
that's fair. That's fair and understandable. But will this be a new fad, perhaps, rather than? I mean, obviously, it's going to depend on how well this thing sells. Is the main thing we have to wait for. When is this released?
September.
Well, wait. This is
Released in this September?
Yeah. This is the second one.
Yeah, this is the second
They've
one. So
already-
how well did the first
Not
one do? No.
But it's
okay.
also not very good as far as I've read. I haven't looked too much into it, but apparently it just like it didn't look that nice. It was kind of like fat, and it was just like
So they've
it didn't have a lot of
sleekened it down, made it
advantages.
look better and more like a phone,
So,
basically.
it was the first phone that they probably ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think they're kind of working out the kinks still.
I don't know how many people have heard of this, but I have
Yeah,
not heard
I
of
haven't heard of this.
I hadn't
point.
heard a thing
So
about it.
obviously,
I saw it.
it sounds like the advertising isn't all that intense. Which a product like this, I feel like should really.
I mean, Asus is a decently large PC company,
Yeah.
so they probably have the advertising money for it.
They
but-
might just not want to put it behind it because they're not too
confident.
super confident
Yeah.
in how well it'll do.
Right.
I can see like if you're a professional gamer, just like that's just the phone to have if you're a professional gamer, even if you're not even doing anything. on
It sounds like it has a lot of other practical use besides mobile games.
Well,
Yeah.
think about this. Would you rather have this phone or a Switch?
that's what I was thinking just
Right.
a moment ago. Yeah.
Probably Switch.
So
Yeah, exactly.
this
But-
is gonna compete with the.
I don't think it does.
But like,
Because,
if you've already got a Switch, this
I'm
will get
still-
you some clout.
I'm still gonna like if I have a Switch, I'm still gonna buy an iPhone if I need a phone. You know what I mean? Like I think it's really. I don't think owning a Switch means that you're not gonna get that. because it's really just, I think it's competing with other smartphones. I think if you're a huge
I feel like
gamer
it does, because if you have a Switch, then you're gonna look for a phone that's better in, at doing things that phones do.
But this is like its camera is set. It has 2 cameras on the front to be able to get like the close and far angles. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just a gaming phone.
No,
it is
like,
just a
it's-
good phone.
In general, with like all of its specs, it's supposedly just like the highest specs in like almost anything. Like,
and
out of
it
phones
competes
that
with an
are out at the
iPhone in
moment.
price range. That it might sell pretty well then.
Yeah. I mean, again, the problem with this phone is it has a bad predecessor, so it's definitely going to hurt it. The market probably isn't there right now.
Yeah,
So-
you're trying to create one basically.
Right, you have to create one. So it's I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how well this one does, and then again figure out if companies want to put their time and money into pushing mobile versions of their current gen games, which is I imagine I don't know how intensive it is for porting like a PlayStation or Xbox game to a mobile phone.
Probably harder than a PC to a phone.
Right.
I think its best bet is advertising as a normal phone, selling to people as a normal phone, and then allowing the people to discover its uses as, this mobile gaming outlet.
Sure.
So that way they sell it. I don't know. No, if, as they say, if it is as good, as it's supposed to be, then people should want to buy it for any other reason
For
than buy an iPhone
just
or
its
a Pixel
phone
or any other phone,
capabilities,
right? And then they would
Also
realize it's
this has got
capabilities.
some good stuff going on with it.
Yeah, but if you just advertise it to the everyday Joe, are they going to care about the gaming?
Maybe not everybody.
No,
but
that's
some
what I'm
people
saying.
will.
Don't focus on
Okay.
gaming. I'm saying advertise it to the everyday Joe. Oh, it's better than an iPhone because blank blank X Y Z.
And it also has this gaming
Oh,
stuff.
by the
Okay,
way,
gotcha.
kids,
You can play
this
some
is your
dope
phone.
games.
You
there.
can play
Okay,
Fortnite.
okay.
Like,
That's a good market actually.
Yeah, that's
But,
not too
Yeah,
bad.
there you go.
I think it's a decent time for it to be coming out though, because I feel like Apple's not in the decline by any means, but I think that like
Well, you're starting to
it
see
certainly
more
has its
people.
competitors.
You're starting to see more people get a Pixel rather than an
Yeah.
iPhone.
Yeah.
and I
I
think
mean, I personally have the Pixel. I love it.
I know I would rather get. I'm not getting a new phone soon, but I would rather get an Android than an iPhone again.
right. I think the next time I buy a phone, I'll probably be buying an Android. So I think a lot of people are just getting like fed up with Apple.
Apple garbage. Yeah.
Being forced to like constantly keep getting the new iPhone, even though it's not that different.
And
it's
like
just
they're
gonna get,
removing
downgraded.
audio
Yep.
ports, and they're
Yep.
just like taking away features that are
Right.
necessary.
And
And
using this stupid lightning cable,
Yeah.
because why would you want to stick with the fucking USB? Why would you want to do that?
then why would you want the cable that connects to literally everything
Yeah.
else you own?
And we saw there's a huge lawsuit against them for them downgrading things as they get older or whatever, which they lost. Which means they're
yeah.
like clearly like people can see that they're an unethical company. You know?
Right.
That's how it goes.
All right. So we're gonna move to our Geek Out segment, where I have the game Geek Out here, which is a trivia betting game. I have drawn a card, and I will name a topic, and we're just gonna come up with things for this topic. This one is a relatively easy topic. So what we're gonna do is
like last time.
no, like seriously, this one's super easy.
All of you listening would like to come up with
Jesus.
your own things
Oh yep.
before we say ours. Perhaps pause the podcast or whatever and write them down and see if we match any.
So what we're
If you
gonna
beat us.
right.
Or if you beat us, yeah. You probably
For this one, since it's super simple, we're going to start with me, and we're going to go in a clockwise
Clockwise.
order, where we
orange?
just say one that fits the
Okay.
the subject. So it's 4 Batman enemies. Joker.
Okay. Firefly.
I don't know Batman.
Come on!
Come on, man. I took an obscure one
Yeah,
so
you
you could
took
get
a
an easy
You
one.
did. Like,
There's so many. Seriously?
I don't know anything about. Okay, Penguin. I literally don't like. I
Okay.
seen Dark Knight.
Bane.
That's it. Like,
Tweedledum Tweedledee.
Yep.
the Riddler.
Okay. Yep.
There you go.
I like that. Deadshot.
Two-Face.
Solomon Grundy.
Yep. Oh, love that guy. Got anything?
You ever play
If you-
Arkham
if you-
Asylum, buddy?
Yeah, exactly.
Seen you play it.
No. If you
Should
can't
we
think of
keep
any more,
going,
yeah,
Mike's
sure.
out?
Yeah.
Mike's out.
Okay.
Scarecrow.
Killer
Ooh.
Croc.
Poison Ivy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
Too much time.
Hush.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good
Great White Shark.
Victor Zsasz.
Oh, Victor Zsasz. I like Zsasz. What else have we got?
Come on.
Yeah, I guess I'm... Oh, Black Mask.
Calendar Man.
Who the heck is Calendar?
Calendar
you.
Man? You don't know Calendar
You don't know
Man?
about Calendar Man?
No.
He shows up in, what is it, Arkham
He's,
Origins?
I was literally
no,
thinking.
he's like in the prison in like City, I think.
in City. And
Yeah.
he shows up one day of the year on the date that your console is set.
Yeah, so like not one day. It's like Christmas and Valentine's Day. He's like in the cell and he does a little blurb about it.
Yeah.
He's like a killer that kills people in ways relating to certain holidays.
He is a villain known for committing crimes that correspond with holidays and significant dates.
Yep.
I got one.
Okay.
Oh.
Superman.
Technically,
Wearing my
yes.
Superman shirt at the moment.
Technically is the best kind of correct.
Technically correct is the best kind of correct.
This was who I was thinking of, but I couldn't think of his name.
Who?
Crazy Quilt.
Crazy Quilt.
There's a lot of stupid. Batman.
Dr. Freeze, dude.
Oh yeah, sure. Is Kite?
We're missing arguably his biggest one. We did say Joker.
No, Joker.
obviously,
Joker's
first,
Joker is
easily the
definitely
biggest
his
one.
biggest one.
but his most significant to him.
Uh,
I'd say.
Joe Chill? No. Who was that?
Is
Who
it, like,
killed Uncle Ben? I forget.
Damian Wayne?
Nobody named Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, sure.
And Talia.
Talia.
I
And
guess.
Catwoman, who's sort of.
I was gonna
not
say
really
Catwoman, but
yeah.
she's technically not
No,
always
yeah,
a villain.
Yeah, sure.
Man Bat?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know
Man
Man
Bat?
I know, I do. I just,
It's ridiculous.
Is Kite Man a Batman villain, or is he someone else?
I'm not sure.
I've never heard of Humpty Dumpty.
Dude, look up Firefly. Firefly is actually a really cool villain.
Killer Frost.
Killer Frost?
Yeah, it's a female it's something to do with ice or.
Did anyone
freezing.
say Deathstroke?
No, I didn't say.
No, I
Deathstroke.
didn't. I should have said Deathstroke because I really like Deathstroke, but
It's a,
you said Deadshot, and I was like, oh, there goes
yeah,
Deathstroke in my head.
yeah. It's like the same dude, but no.
But no,
no.
but they're similar.
Very, very.
Who else? I mean, we hit most of the big ones.
I hit a
think.
shitload of
Yeah,
obscure
really.
ones.
You hit some weird ones.
Clayface,
Oh,
decently
yep,
popular.
sure.
Oh, yeah,
Killer
Clayface.
Moth.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hugo Strange. It's a name I'm not.
That's
he's
from Arkham.
Arkham, yeah.
He's like the main villain dude.
In City,
Oh,
right?
Mad Hatter. That's a good
Yep.
one.
See, I got the other. I got Tweedledum and
Yeah,
Tweedledee,
yeah.
but
That was,
Humpty Dumpty.
yeah.
yeah, there's a bunch of like fairy tale characters that are just Batman villains.
Yeah. It looks that way.
Egghead.
They have Humpty
I've seen
Dumpty and
Egghead.
Egghead. I thought Egghead was a Sonic character. But...
That's Eggman.
Eggman.
Eggman. Damn.
I've seen Egghead.
Jeremiah Arkham.
Uh,
KG Beast.
KGB what?
KG Beast.
It says Jason Todd here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was he was Red Hood, right? Or was he? Yeah.
no, he was-
Yes.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was Red Hood. And then Damian Wayne is technically, but also.
Well,
not.
he's also Robin, and then he hits Batman. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like he hates Batman eventually, right? Damian Wayne goes against his father.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's a
Yeah.
problem with like technically you can say other superheroes as villains.
Yeah, I mean, we can just start saying like Injustice, Wonder Woman, and
Right. Exactly.
other things like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I wouldn't count those.
Anyway, let's hit something else because I think we've spent enough time just naming Batman.
Well, while we're on the topic of Batman,
Okay. Sure.
this is an honest question: is the Batman movie still coming out?
Which one?
The DC
I have no
EU
clue.
related.
No clue. I mean, they're looking at Robert Pattinson to be the next Batman, but I don't know anything about
I
that.
haven't heard anything about it.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all I know. DCEU is pretty much in shambles. So, I mean, Aquaman was fun.
I know.
Aquaman was fun, actually.
It wasn't a horrible film. It was nice.
It was a bit of a clusterfuck at the end.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a bit much going on, but it was fun. It's I liked seeing Black Manta.
Absolutely. Not done the best, but
No,
I liked him.
I love Black Manta.
I know the Batman-related Joker movie is coming out in
with
October.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. I'm very excited for that. The trailer looked fantastic.
I didn't see it, but I trust Joaquin Phoenix to give a pretty good. Joker's a hard character to do an origin story, right? Because he's supposed to have no origin story.
Right?
He's just supposed to be a crazy dude that either fell into acid or what am I looking at here?
Firefly.
Oh, Firefly. Yeah,
He's real cool. Dude with a flamethrower.
Either he goes crazy, or he just goes crazy. Like
Right.
that's just his thing.
Yeah, well,
and
the Jack Nicholson origin was he fell into a vat of something,
yeah.
right? Mm.
And you're never supposed to know his real name. Like it just doesn't happen. There's like this one comic that sort of goes into his backstory of him being like a family man or something like that. That's pretty interesting, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, yes, that should be depending on how they do it. Like
I trust Joaquin Phoenix to play the character right.
Sure.
It just depends how they write the
exactly.
movie.
Yeah.
Because Jared Leto, he's a decent actor.
I didn't completely mind Jared Leto's
Joker.
It was tough coming after
Heath Ledger.
Sure.
Because will we get a better Joker than Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
Will we get a better character book
Mark
character
Hamill.
like
Mark Hamill is a way better Joker in my opinion.
See, I don't think you can beat Heath.
I like him better than Heath, to be honest, because there's just way more like backlog of him rather than Heath, which was one film.
That's fair.
So I've just been way used to him as the Joker for the past, however many years.
That's fair.
But like a film actor, I don't know, because
see, the problem I had with Jared Leto's Joker, I liked it, but it didn't feel like Joker. It felt like a gang leader. And Joker has thugs, yes.
Yeah, sure.
But isn't like a gangstar.
See, I don't know if that was completely Jared Leto's fault. I mean, Suicide Squad was not a good movie. By any stretch of the imagination.
No, they did.
So
some of those characters.
How much of that was
dirty.
Jared Leto's fault, and how much of that was the story?
No, I think he played the character they wrote for him well. I just don't think they wrote it right.
It was nice to see him with Harley Quinn. Have we seen? Well, maybe in
not in a live action movie.
Not a live action movie. Okay, so that was the first time we got to. I'm trying to think. I know we've seen like Poison Ivy in a live action movie. Was Harley Quinn in that movie?
We saw Dr. Freeze in Poison Ivy.
We saw Dr. Freeze
with Arnold Schwarzenegger making the
absolutely
the best character. Was that
Catwoman was in that movie?
There were so many villains in that film. Right?
Catwoman's been in it. We've had a couple different.
Bane.
Halle Berry was Catwoman.
Oh yeah, the basketball scene. Have you seen that?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Halle Berry is a fantastic actor with a great range.
Harley Quinn. Maybe I'm because I haven't seen some of the early. Like I've seen Batman and Robin, and I've seen some of the earlier stuff.
I saw the Jack Nicholson Joker, that movie with Penguin in it. I think is in there as well.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's the Penguin.
Excellent
choice.
I love that. To be honest,
basically all I've seen is like the original Batman show.
What do you mean with Adam West?
Yeah, with Adam West.
With Adam West,
and the Dark Knight.
All right, that's fair.
Did you see Batman Begins?
No, I have seen Batman Begins.
That's in the Dark Knight trilogy.
What?
Dark Knight Rises? Which is the third?
Probably.
That's the one with Bane.
Yeah.
Burn! Yes. Alright, I guess I've seen a lot of it.
Have you seen a good depiction of Bane?
Yeah, exactly.
No?
His actual depiction?
Yeah, do you know what Bane's actually supposed to be?
Do you know what he looks like, first of all?
His old... I actually don't mind his new design that much, but his old design is, like, way better.
His old design is like a luchador.
Yeah, he's a luchador.
Get there.
That, like, injects, like, fucking...
He's got a venom serum tanks on his back.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, you're right.
And he's got, like, tubes going in him, and he, like...
Tom Hardy had to wear, like, stilts during that movie just to, like,
really?
be the same height as...
Christian Bale?
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Oh,
really?
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Tom Hardy's not a tall guy, but that's pretty funny.
Tom Hardy... What was he just in?
Mad
Venom.
Max?
Venom. That was it. Yeah.
Venom.
Well,
And
Mad
Venom.
Max 2, but Venom. Yeah,
Venom.
which was
Venom was a good movie.
It was fun.
Was it?
Yes, fun was the correct term for that.
Yeah. Again.
Was it a great movie?
No.
Plot-wise, it was a little iffy. The villain was...
The like first 20 minutes or so are kind of just not fun.
But Tom
Yeah.
Hardy acting is amazing.
Yeah, he's a
When
really
he's
good
in
actor.
that
He's a
tank
really-
eating a lobster, he looks like an actual
Yeah,
psychopath.
That's very true.
Yeah.
No, I did enjoy watching the Venom movie.
Yeah.
It was certainly not the Spider-Man 3 Venom that we saw. It was
It was
decent
much
depiction
better.
of Venom.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, when you have Topher Grace as Venom, it just does not,
Not a good call.
it just not work. And then at
But,
the
like,
end with
matching Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, I think it worked.
sure, I mean they're both kind of goofy. And I mean Woody Harrelson in his stupid fucking
yeah,
red wig as Carnage. I mean have they announced Venom 2 yet?
I don't think they've announced it.
Uh-huh.
They have Tom Hardy signed for 3 movies.
Oh, okay,
So I think it's safe to say that Venom 2 will come out.
sure,
Especially with the end credit scene revealing Carnage.
yeah.
See, the only problem I had with Venom was that the main fight was between two symbiotes, right?
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
And it was just kind of a splashy mess.
Oh, also, that movie definitely should have been R.
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay,
Absolutely.
that's very safe to say.
Yeah. Like when Riot like murders all those
Yeah, in the
scientists.
computer room,
yeah.
and he turns his arms into sights.
Yeah.
He should have cut them in half, not just like slap them to the sides of the room.
Yeah, exactly.
They could have done much more exciting things with
I mean, Venom
the
is
other
a
symbiotes.
horror character.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a horror comedy character, which I think they did pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see Venom in an Evil Dead kind of scenario.
Oh, sure.
Let Sam Raimi direct it and see what happens.
No, but I don't
Oh,
think
wait,
there'll be a
actually.
Venom. I don't think there'll be a Venom 3. I think that third movie that they're hoping is
They could do
Coming out.
Venomverse.
they could do
Into the
Venomverse.
Venomverse.
That you laugh, but that's a thing. Venomverse is a comic.
Well,
I think
I'm
it's going
sure
to be
that
Sony's
comics are
own
everything.
Avengers movie, which is going to. I'm hoping, or I'm not hoping. I
Uh-huh.
think they're hoping that their upcoming Spider-Man standalone movies, Spider-Man related standalone movies, are
Sure.
going to be successful enough to be able to combine those characters into one team-up movie.
Okay. What do you think they could do to like what character are they just doing villains? Or?
Yep, they're just doing villains. So
Okay.
they've announced Morbius,
Oh, okay,
played by Jared Leto,
okay.
which
Sure.
Sure.
he kind of looks like a vampire.
I
Why
mean,
not play a vampire?
Jared Leto was in a band, right? He's a
Yep,
singer.
he's a singer
yeah.
of I listened to them. Fucking
I don't know.
30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh, is he?
Band, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So he can make high pitched screeching noises.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Um,
to be fair, Spider-Man is up there with Batman with the biggest rogues gallery
range of villains, yeah.
I would also like to correct myself,
Yep,
actually.
sure.
Because I said I want to see Sam Raimi direct a Venom movie.
Uh-huh.
That was Spider-Man 3. Sam Raimi directed
Well,
Spider-Man 3.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't want to add Venom into
Yeah,
Spider-Man
they forced
3.
him.
They forced
he
him.
wanted
yeah.
Vulture,
Right.
actually.
And then he wanted Mysterio in Spider-Man 4, who was going to be Bruce Campbell, and that's why he had all those cameos.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm correcting myself, but I would like to see him do a Venom standalone
Right.
movie.
Sure. Yeah, I gotcha. Of him actually wanting to
Of him
create the character.
making a horror movie again,
Sure. Yeah.
but with Venom in it.
Sony talked about making a movie called Silver and Black, which was going to be about Silver Sable and Black Cat. And I
Okay.
think they've changed that to wanting to make solo movies for each of them.
Didn't they announce like a TV show? It's like Birds of Prey. Am
I think
I?
that's DC.
Oh yeah. Duh. Yeah. Duh.
But yes,
Yep.
yes,
Yes.
I have heard.
You said Black Cat, and my mind hit Black
Yeah.
Canary.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's all. It
Oh.
always
Who
does
is
that.
it? Black Canary and who else?
Other bird.
What's Hawk Girl?
Maybe Hawk Girl. That would
Other
make sense.
bird
Other
characters.
Bird Girl?
Yeah, I don't
Other
know.
bird girl.
There are other bird
Yeah.
females, which is why the show is called
Yeah.
Birds of Prey. Yeah. That. But yeah, you're right. Anyway, continue.
The one other movie that Sony talked about was Craven.
Oh, Craven the Hunter.
Yeah,
Interesting.
which I
That'd be great.
would love to
I-
see a Craven
he-
movie with Spider-Man in it. It's not a Spider-Man movie
Oh,
because Craven's comic book storyline. Is it called The Last Hunt?
Yep.
Is-
Yeah. Craven's Last Hunt.
Craven's Last Hunt. I would love to see that as a movie. So if they have talked, obviously they have the right to Tom Holland as Spider-Man. They own Spider-Man. They don't own Tom Holland.
Yeah. Well, they might.
They could very well own Tom Holland. We haven't seen the contracts, but they've talked about wanting to add Tom Holland in some way as Spider-Man to the universe. So could that be the way? In
Perhaps.
non-Spider-Man movie, in a Kraven the Hunter movie that has Spider-Man in it, because that would be a great plot line.
I agree.
The Birds of Prey is Harley Quinn, after splitting with Joker, joins superheroes Black Canary, Huntress, and Renee Montoya to save a young girl from an evil crime lord, Black Mask, in Gotham City.
Yeah, Black Mask.
There you go.
Tying it
And
back.
it's a film. It's a film, not a TV show.
There we go.
That's releasing in February of next year.
It's interesting.
I need to study up on my superheroes.
On your
'cause
well,
I
yeah.
just have absolutely no idea
But
what you're
to be
talking
fair,
about.
they could bring Craven in.
Ewan McGregor as Black Mask.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Have you seen? Do you know what Black Mask is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You don't know,
Nope.
and I'm assuming viewers
Yeah,
at
go
home don't
ahead.
know.
Go ahead.
So Black Mask is robs banks. Pretty sure, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just a guy that robs banks with like a mask that was on his. I'm pretty sure it got burned onto his face, right? And it's just stuck there now, and it's black from smoke. And
Put the
soot.
money in the bag.
Yeah, much like most Spider-Man villains, he just robs banks.
Yeah, that's fair. They do a lot of that. But I saw something online that, I mean, it's just a theory of what they could do in Spider-Man 3 for the MCU. Kraven the Hunter could be like hired for like the US government or whatever to hunt down Peter Parker,
Ooh.
because now he's a villain, right?
I like that.
See, I don't know a lot about Kraven the Hunter. Is he like a violent
He's
comic
just-
book?
Yes.
Yeah. He's just a dude that does he have superpowers at all?
I mean, besides like just sort of,
So
you know,
with this,
like
he's just
greater agility.
yeah, he's just
and
a dude that like he like
like super soldier, but not like serum induced kind
yeah,
of thing?
he's just like a dude that hunts. He was like a hunter that he kept upping his game.
Right, he's
So
just
the
a phenomenal hunter, and it
Oh.
got to the point where like there was nothing. Like he would constantly put himself in grave danger
Yeah.
in order to like.
So we're
you know,
going to
get
like
that
most dangerous
adrenaline
game
rush.
here.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So the last hunt was this storyline where Kraven just went into this like deep state of depression because like he kind of just felt like he was worthless. There was no fame in what he was doing really.
Mhm.
Like, and he was just kind of the best hunter out there. So he wanted to hunt down Spider-Man,
Oh, okay.
and which he successfully did. Right, and to the point where he then took Spider-Man's
kills
suit,
himself,
and
I think.
I feel like that is, yeah, that
Because
is.
I don't want them to bring in Kraven.
Well,
Don't want
I mean,
Spider-Man to die.
well, Peter Parker dies or could die. Well, there's
We
tons
get
of
more
Spider-Men and women that are multitudes to
If he
choose
kills Peter, we might get Spider-Gwen.
from. Spider-Gwen. We could get Spider-Woman and Jessica Drew. We could get Spider-Girl, who is May Park. I mean, we're not going to get that. Who is May Parker? Who is Peter Parker's and Mary Jane's daughter. We could get
They
who
haven't
else? Miles, of course.
Yeah, Miles. They haven't introduced most of those though, right?
No,
They have introduced
So-
Gwen Stacy.
Miles's uncle, the Prowler.
Is-
No,
is-
Gwen
yeah,
Stacy
Pro-
was in.
Prowler
Gwen
appeared.
Stacy was in the Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, who is it now?
Now it's
Is it Mary Jane?
It's
Well,
MJ, but it's not Mary Jane.
Her name's Morgan Jones.
Mm,
It's
that right?
Zendaya, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Zendaya's character,
She's just
her-
called MJ. She's not Mary Jane.
Okay,
So different character technically.
technically.
They just wanted to like
Who was Andrew Garfield's
Gwen
counter?
Stacy.
It was Gwen
Gwen Stacy,
Yep.
who
Gwen
they-
Stacy was in the Sam Raimi movies.
Yeah,
Yep,
She appeared in
that's what I was.
Spider-Man 3, yep.
when he went emo.
yeah.
Yeah.
and he
But-
does his sweet dance.
His
Yeah,
sweet
it's-
dance,
it's
which is then referenced in Into the
fantastic.
Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
At the very beginning.
Yeah,
I even did this at
Yeah.
one point. We don't talk about that.
Fucking still my favorite. It's like one of my favorite. It's easily my favorite Spider-Man movie.
I agree. It's my top 2 for favorite superhero movies, honestly. For me, it's between that and Logan.
Logan's fucking good. It's hard to watch, but it is good.
Yeah, it is hard to watch.
I think favorite superhero.
Joe, you and I saw that together in theaters, right?
I think Michael saw
I
it
was
with
there
us
too.
as
You
well.
were there too.
I was not.
And you had not seen a Wolverine movie
Oh,
prior to
really?
that, right? Is what I remember.
I haven't seen one after.
Well, there hasn't.
No,
been
you've
one
seen
after,
well,
so-
you've seen
Yeah,
X-Men
well-
Origins Wolverine because I've made you watch X-Men Origins.
Why?
Wolverine. Because I love it. It's so bad.
Just to go back, Michelle is her name.
Oh, Michelle
And-
Jones.
Yep.
Okay.
Or maybe Michelle J. It just says Michelle. She has Michelle MJ ... How do I find the rest of it?
Is that for Zendaya?
Yeah.
Is that like on IMDb?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. But where were we going with that? Oh, Wolverine. Yeah. I mean, Wolverine has been. Where am I going with this?
I don't know.
I think we were originally going somewhere with Craven, but I completely forget.
Speaking of,
Oh, well, you were talking about how Craven was going to be the villain of the third Spider-Man movie.
Hypothetically,
could be.
again, if he is part of the original Sinister Six.
Yep.
So
As are all of the main villains up to this point. Vulture and Mysterio are both original Sinister Six members.
yes,
It's those three. It's Sandman,
Doc Ock, Sandman,
Doc
Electro.
Ock, and Electro, yeah.
Yep.
Which they have introduced, but have been retconned.
Well, in the
Doc Ock was in the Sam Raimi ones.
Yeah.
Electro was in the second Amazing Spider-Man.
Yep.
was that
and-
Electro or Shocker?
It was
It was
Electro.
Electro.
Okay.
Shocker was in.
Oh yeah, Shocker
was
is
in Homecoming.
Yep.
And
That's right.
Sandman was in Spider-Man,
Spider-Man
3.
3. Yep. So, I mean, technically, we have. I mean, Doc Ock did die. in
Yes. I
Spider-Man
think
2.
Sandman dies as well.
No, he like floats away or something like that.
Which we assume
I
he
do not
probably
remember the
dies.
end of that movie too well. And I'm not going to complain about not. remembering the end of that movie too well.
Venom gets on to Peter?
No,
No, that was before.
That was in the...
yeah,
was
what
in the-
does happen to Venom? That's
Venom explodes.
okay.
Yeah, he's
Spider-Man
on-
like traps him with it. It's like a
He traps it with
construction.
like the pipes, right?
Yeah, with the pipes.
And then like rings it really loud.
Yeah, and then he
Okay.
like uses one of Hobgoblin's grenades, and it just blows.
Green Goblin, right?
I don't
Is
think.
it- it's
Yeah, it
Green
was a
Goblin in that
Hobgoblin at
movie.
the time.
Oh,
it was
no.
just Norman
It was-
Osborn's. It was just Harry
Harry's.
Osborn,
Okay.
who, and he's still called Green Goblin. I think
Is he?
Hobgoblin is a different
thing.
So Ned Leeds, actually, who I don't think will become Hobgoblin, but Ned Leeds, the
Well, he's
Spider-Man
the
Homecoming
third
character.
Hobgoblin.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's not the original.
No.
Oh, okay, I guess I don't know.
And Ned Leeds also gets murdered in the comics. He's a completely different character.
Yeah, he is not.
He gets killed by, I don't know, some like third tier Spider-Man villain. He's not really important.
Roderick Kingsley. It's the name of the original Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Didn't know this
Speaking
more.
of, well, not currently, but we were talking about Logan. We were
Yep,
saying
sure,
how
sure,
Venom should be an R-rated
Yep.
movie.
Oh, okay.
We got Deadpool,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Who do you think would make for a good R-rated comic book movie?
So I would love Black Widow to be an R-rated movie.
Why?
It's a Russian espionage movie.
Yeah,
Spy. She's
yeah.
an assassin.
What do you need the R for, though? What are you looking
Because she's
for?
an assassin.
You want, like, actual assassinations?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with it.
If it's a somewhat origin story, which I don't know what the movie is exactly going to entail, but I mean, to quote Loki from the original The Avengers, her ledger is bleeding red,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, yeah.
She's killed numerous
Yeah,
people.
right.
See, I want a Lobo R-rated movie where Lobo just goes on a rampage.
I would, yeah, that would be cool.
Who's Lobo?
Yeah, I don't know.
Lobo's
Oh.
a DC character.
Lobo
A
is
Superman villain.
He's
He's a
gray-skinned, long dark hair, smokes a cigar, has a chain with a hook on the end,
No.
and a shotgun.
he's a bounty hunter, right?
He is a bounty
He's
hunter.
never really into Superman stuff.
Yeah, I think he was in space.
Yeah, he's
Lobo
a
action figure.
Is he a
don't know who he
He's not
Kryptonian?
He's
Kryptonian.
not Kryptonian.
No.
No, he's got like full red. eyes.
So I don't watch Krypton, but Lobo is a main character in the newest season of Krypton.
It is.
Yep.
He is interesting.
Yep, because I saw commercials or something for Krypton.
Have you?
But I saw
Speaking
them
of TV
happen.
stuff, have you watched Titans at all?
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Have you?
No, I just wanted to
Okay,
know if
yeah.
it was good or not because that trailer that they released was god awful.
Yeah.
So
No.
And
I've stuck to other shows as of now, but continue.
and other R-rated things. I want to see a Ghost Rider remake.
Oh, that'd
Yep.
be great.
That would be great. Well,
Well, he's in.
He's in
Agents of
Punisher.
he's
S.H.I.E.L.D.
in
right?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, no.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is rated TV mature, and they moved it to a later time slot so that way they could
Yep.
show
Which
their
is
things. I do watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's
and-
ending, right?
I know
Last
he.
season?
I know he was good in that show.
But that wasn't the Johnny Blaze character.
No, it's
It was the Robbie Reyes character,
Yeah.
which I...
Which is like, yeah, I know. It's like, what is Robbie Reyes like the fourth Ghost Rider? He's not the second for sure. He's like one of the ones down the line.
I just want a new Ghost Rider
Yeah.
where he's cool and it's not Nick
Cage. Yeah.
No, I do like what they did with Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What are you trying to say about Nicolas Cage?
It was pretty
I'm
gruesome.
saying he's amazing, but he shouldn't be Ghost Rider.
Nicolas Cage is such a meme, but I feel like he's a good actor.
Have you
I
seen?
don't know
Have
how
you
to
seen
pronounce
Mandy?
this, but just to go back, Lobo
No,
was
no.
born from the planet of Cesarnia? Or is it just
Of
Zarnia?
course, Cesarnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Narnia. He's from Narnia.
Here, I'll
he's
show
from
you, I'll
Narnia.
show you
Yeah,
a
yeah,
picture
sure,
of Lobo.
sure.
Lobo is one of my favorite.
He's a
Yeah.
pretty cool looking
characters.
dude.
I was like
good.
Superman to me is one of the least interesting.
I
characters
absolutely agree.
Superman, yes,
Superman
but
is
Lobo
lame
is
as
a
shit,
cool character.
But
ever.
Lobo's
Sure. But
really.
I mean,
cool.
if he's a Superman villain, I wouldn't really know.
This is Lobo.
Oh, I think I've definitely seen that guy before.
He has like a shotgun and
Yeah.
he's just so cool.
I don't know what it was
Who's
in.
the first superhero?
The first superhero.
I guess like
when you
What does
say
that? What does that
yeah,
mean?
'cause I mean, God. Like,
when you say that, I
Like-
think Superman because obviously it's
I
the
think,
most
I
basic
think it
name.
might have been Superman
For DC stuff,
for anything.
Was Superman like 20s, 30s? He was pretty early.
And DC has the license for superhero.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it would have been a DC character, and the first one probably Superman.
Again,
The Man of Steel first appeared in Action Comics #1, now the most valuable comic book. Superman
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the first superhero with superpowers.
okay.
1938.
Oh,
that's not that.
not. I mean, but where were you going?
But, yeah, I mean, I got the first. Like, I'm sure someone had thought of an idea of an extra powerful person beforehand, but like,
Unless you include the Phantom in 1936, which was
What from
a
Phantom of the
Phantom of the
Opera?
Opera.
which was a newspaper comic strip.
Oh, okay.
And then following soon, Superman.
Sure.
Interestingly enough, the third superhero coming out in 1939 was Captain Marvel, owned by DC Comics.
Right. But,
Was that male Captain Marvel?
no, Captain Marvel from DC Comics,
Right.
who is
Who originally owned the names to who is now Shazam.
Shazam.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't
so
know
it is
that.
male Captain Marvel. It's Shazam.
I haven't seen Shazam,
Well-
and I want to.
The
Shazam is
original
a good movie.
Captain Marvel of Marvel was male.
And
Yes.
his name was
Marvel, right?
Marvel, yeah.
That was creative.
I mean, Captain
Marvel
Marvel.
has made a character called Captain Marvel, aka Marvel.
Well, Marvel was in Captain Marvel.
Right.
They just called him whatever that guy's name was.
What?
Not coming to mind.
Oh, I didn't
referring
watch
to.
Captain Marvel. I just don't like Brie Larson's attitude, and I don't like the way the character plays is snarky and just.
Well, that's what she is.
I know, but I just don't like it. The same as I don't like Superman.
I mean, Superman's not snarky. He's just.
But like, just I'm better than you, and I know it,
Sure.
and
Yanrog is the name.
I just don't like that.
the main villain in Captain Marvel.
Gotcha.
Okay. I think it just makes for a lame character when they're so powerful, and they're completely aware of it too.
Right.
Yeah, I just can't dislike movies. So
You can't dislike movies. You've never hated a film.
Yeah, you have.
I'm sure I have, but I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I'll watch a movie and everyone will come out and everyone will be like, "That was horrible." I'm like, "What? I had a great time watching that." Like,
Well, I mean, I think generally every time I go to the movies, it's fun in some way. But when you start looking objectively at a film, you're gonna find flaws in it. I mean,
I
it's
can
not-
definitely like think about it right now and be like, okay, yeah, in theaters I've seen X, Y, and Z movies I don't like, but I can also go back and like remember watching those movies in theaters and laughing at some
right.
parts, finding
The
certain
thing
things
about
enjoyable.
going to the theaters is it's a fun experience. You hang out with your friends and it's this energy, this theater energy, especially when you go opening nights or
Right.
whatever. That's
I mean, seeing Black Panther opening night in Albany, New York, with literally nothing but an African American community going nuts was like insane. Like I've never seen a movie atmosphere like that. It was incredible to see, and it was a lot of fun. Right. It made watching the movie that much more enjoyable.
See, I think the thing with bad movies is you go, you watch the movie, you have a good time while you're watching the movie, but when you realize it's bad is when you're talking about it afterwards with people.
I don't think I've ever left the theaters for a film being so horribly bad.
I've never left the movie early.
No, I don't think it.
There's movies where I've been like, I'm not enjoying this right now,
but might as well get my money's worth.
Yes.
Yeah, you're already there.
Exactly.
Like,
plus, how are you not going to watch the end? Like,
well, if I'm not invested in the story at all, and
I do that with TV shows all the time. I'm like, well, I don't really need to see the rest of this.
It's just like this podcast. You gotta listen to it all the way through to the end.
And you have to stay, and we're forcing you to. And if you don't, we're gonna come and find you and do nothing at all.
And congratulations. I think you've made it. So, I think that's about where we should probably cut it for the day. That's going to do it for today's episode. If you have any content that you'd like us to talk about, suggestions on what we could do better, how we can improve, or if you didn't like something, or if you just got any mean or hateful comments, be sure to let us know down below. I'm Michael.
I've been Cam.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Joe.
And we're going AFK. We'll see you next time.